All right, good morning. Happy Friday, and welcome to Friday Flow. My name is Ellen, and we're going to start standing in the center of our mat. And I want you all to take a nice deep breath. Reach those arms up as you inhale. Big deep breath, and then exhale, take them down. We're going to do this a couple of times. Nice inhale, reaching up. Take your gaze at your hands, and then exhale down. So almost like we're in a mountain pose, but moving those arms. Inhale, big deep breath in, and exhale down. So we're gonna add a little bit of lower body to this. As you inhale, you're gonna bend those knees slightly, shift your hips back, reach up and down. So getting a little bit of a squat there. Inhale, reach up, exhale down. We're gonna do a couple more of these. This just create a little bit of heat in the body. I know it's chilly this morning. Inhale, reach up, and exhale. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Big deep breath. Exhale, and then one last time. Let's go ahead and interlace those fingers together at the top. You're gonna bring those feet all the way together. Bend the elbows, inhale. Exhale, come up a little bit taller and start to reach over to the left side. So you can have your thumb out and your pointer finger out. Do a nice little stretch here to the side. And if you want a little more stretch, you can straighten those arms. Try to bring them towards your ears. I want you to think of pushing into your right foot a little bit harder here. And then inhale, nice and slow. Let's come back up to the center. And exhale, let's lower those arms and circle the wrists just before we go on to the other side. I want you to all start to think about keeping that core engaged right away. So do a little shoulder roll. Inhale, take those arms back up. And we're going to interlace our fingers again. Exhale. Inhale, feet together, arms come up, and then exhale now that right side. So almost like someone's sort of punching you on the side here. You should feel that big stretch along the side of your body. We also want to keep our shoulders away from our ears. They might try to tense up a little bit, so go ahead and drop them down and back. Couple more breaths. If you want a little more, straighten those arms. And then keep your core nice and strong. Come back to the center. Inhale. Take your gaze up this time, and then exhale, arms down, and circle those wrists on the way down. Perfect. Now let's open up those feet. I want you to open up from your hips, okay? We're gonna get our hips and our legs a little bit warmer here. So inhale, I want you to bring your hands together to prayer. You're gonna drop those hips, bend those knees, and then exhale, you're gonna come back up and extend those arms all the way up. And then inhale, we're gonna come back in. So nice and gentle here. Reach up. Come down and open. Just starting to get those legs nice and warm. You want your knees tracking right on top of your toes. We wanna make sure that our hips are lowering, but our chest stays up. So we come down, and maybe each time you get down a little bit further. Here. And exhale. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one. I want you to stay right here as you exhale. So bring those shoulders down and back. Now I want you to extend your arms out to the side with your palms facing up. I know we're gonna feel those legs warm up right away. Tuck your hips under just a little bit. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, your right arm is gonna reach over to that left, another side bend. Inhale back to center, exhale, do the same thing with the other arm while staying low in the squat. We reach and back to center. How are those legs feeling? Inhale and exhale. Hopefully we're not cold anymore. We're gonna do 1 more. Inhale, reach, and exhale. And you're gonna take it all the way up. Inhale, those palms come together. Exhale, lower. And let's get a little bit deeper into the squat. Inhale and exhale. Feel free to take your gaze up and back if that feels comfortable on your head and neck. This morning, you can do that. And exhale. Also should start to feel those arms warming up as well. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. We're gonna hold that last one for 8 counts. Hold this here. Keep making sure that your core is nice and strong. We don't want to feel that low back. We're gonna hold this for 8. Make sure you're breathing. 7, 6, shoulders down. 5, tuck those hips. 4, drop an inch lower. 3, chest is open. 2, and 1. Come back up. Arms reach up, inhale, and then exhale, take them down and circle those wrists with it. Nice and easy. Perfect. Let's bring those feet together and just roll the shoulders up and back. So hopefully your body is feeling a lot warmer with just a little bit of movement there, right? Let's come to the very top of our mat. We're gonna keep that movement going. So we're sort of switching things up. We're gonna go right into some flows with our class, and then we'll take some more time at the end to do some static stretching. So hopefully you can stay for the whole class, because that's when the best part happens. Let's reach those arms up, inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna float it down. All the way down. Let it go here in your forward fold. Inhale, lift up for a flat back. Hands come to your knees or your shins, and you're pressing those heels into the floor. Nice flat back. So I could balance my cup of coffee on your back and you would not allow it to spill. And then exhale. Hands to the floor. Let's set both feet back. Downward facing dog. Nice little stretch here. You can pedal out those heels. And remember that during this yoga practice, it's all about you. So take this to whatever level of intensity you would like this morning. Inhale, take it forward to your high plank. Hold this for a couple breaths. I want you to stitch your ribcage together. Squeeze your glutes so we keep those hips lifted. And your gaze is in front, beyond your mat, rather than straight down at your fingertips. So you're looking beyond your mat. Exhale, we're gonna lower our knees and then our chest for Chaturanga. Lower as 1 unit. Flatten your toes. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Shoulders down and back. And then exhale, retuck. Come back up to down dog. Let's do that 2 more times through. Hold your down dog. So remember, you're gonna stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Take an inhale, do that right now. This is your plank. Shoulders right on top. Legs are nice and straight. Should be feeling your core. Exhale, the knees lower, hips lower gently, but then you lower all as 1 unit. Exhale, come all the way down. Flatten those toes. Remember, elbows are back. Squeeze them into your ribcage as you inhale, lift up for baby cobra. Elbows are touching that ribcage. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, retuck the toes. Exhale, press back up. Down dog or child's pose. And you're gonna go through it 1 more time. I'm gonna watch this time. So inhale, come up into your plank. Nice strong plank. Remember, your neck is long. And then exhale, you're gonna lower your knees and chest. All 1 unit. Perfect. And then pull those elbows in towards your rib cage. Inhale, lift up. Good. Shoulders down and away. Baby cobra. And then exhale. You're gonna retuck those toes and press all the way up. Perfect. Beautiful. Holding that down dog or child's pose, you always have that option. We're gonna come back up to forward fold in just a moment. To keep building that heat. Next breath, you're gonna bend the knees. Inhale, and then exhale, you're gonna walk, hop, or jump towards the top of your mat into that forward fold again. And then inhale, we take it up to standing. Arms come all the way up. We're gonna bring our palms together and exhale, lower them down to heart center. So now feeling even warmer, we're gonna get into our hips next. Let's take those arms up, inhale, and exhale, float it down. Remember that you can always take this a little bit faster or a little bit slower if you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift. I want you to pull your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, lower down. Let's step that right foot back. Lower your right knee to the floor, lift your chest, flatten your foot, arms come up, inhale, and exhale, hold, run a nice low lunge. Pressing those hips forward just slightly. And now we're gonna pull those elbows down, so we sort of open up into cactus. So I want you to imagine that you're pulling those elbows apart and away from each other. Inhale, now you're gonna bring them together. Lean forward slightly, those elbows come in. This is probably how we look for most of the day, right? We're sort of closed off and hunch forward. And now exhale, I want you to open up, pull those elbows apart. Lift your chest, lift your head. Let's try it 2 more times. Make sure your core is engaged here. So think of wearing like a tight belt around your waist. We're gonna do it 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. And hold this last one right here. Keep that chest lifted, hold it for 1 more breath. Inhale, bring those arms back up. Exhale, take your hands down. Stay right here. We're on this hip flexor stretch. I want you to sit those hips back, straighten out your front leg, and bring your toes towards your nose. So I'm gonna grab my blocks for this one. If you have blocks, you can use them too. I just can't quite reach the floor without, rolling my back. And then inhale, I want you to come back to this hip flexor stretch. Exhale, hold it here. So notice my back is nice and flat. I want you to also do the same. Take an inhale, and then exhale, sit back, toes towards your nose. Get shoulders away from those ears. You're gonna feel it stretch right behind that leg. And calf, 1 more time. Inhale forward, exhale, hold. So your chest is still lifted here slightly. And then inhale, come back. And then exhale, toes towards your nose. Working into those calves. Sitting those hips back, 1 more breath. And then come back to the top. So now your hands come to the floor if they're not there already. You're gonna re-tuck that back toe, lift that knee off the floor and step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to your plank. We're gonna do this sequence a lot today. Exhale, lower knees and chest. Elbows in, untuck those toes, inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, retuck, push up and back to down dog or child's pose. You're gonna hold that for 2 breaths. And then we'll do the same on the other side. All right, next breath, you're gonna bend those knees. Inhale, exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Come back to that forward fold. Inhale, takes those arms up. Nice and tall. We're gonna bring our palms together. And exhale, lower to heart center. All right, same thing other side. Again, if you have those blocks, super handy for our kneeling positions. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, let's let it go. Just let that fold and fall forward here. Halfway lift, inhale. Really glue those heels, push them a little bit harder into the floor. Perfect, flat back. And exhale. This time your left foot steps back. Lower that knee, lift the chest, flatten your foot. Arms reach up, inhale, and exhale, hold it right here. So there's a little natural kind of back bend in your spine. As we're opening and closing, just make sure to keep that core nice and strong. So we don't have all of that weight just in our low back. And then pull those elbows down. We're in this goalpost. Hold this here. Maybe trying to find your balance a little bit. That's good. Those core muscles are working right now. And then inhale, I want you to lean forward just slightly. So you pull your elbows together. And then exhale, pull them apart. Big stretch. And then 2 more times. Mainly you're going to feel that in your shoulders and your chest, but also a little bit in your back too. We're gonna do it 1 more time. Inhale and exhale, open. Hold this here for 3. Keep breathing, shoulders down. 2, almost like a doorway stretch, and 1. All right, inhale, arms up, and then exhale. You're gonna lean forward just slightly. I'm gonna grab my blocks. So we're just gonna go in and out of this hip flexor stretch and our calf stretch. So take an inhale, and then exhale, sit back. Straighten out this leg and bring your toes towards your nose. We're not trying to reach our nose to our knee. I want your back nice and flat. And then inhale, come back. Exhale, hold. Again, back nice and flat. Go ahead and sit back, toes towards your nose. You can always fold your mat under if you want a little extra support for your knee too. We're gonna do it one more time. So come back to the stretch here, really getting into those hips. Working out any kinks there if your hips tend to be tight. Breathe into that tightness and then come back. Sink those hips, toes towards your nose. And then let's come back to our starting position. Place those hands on the floor. Retuck that back toe. Lift your knee off the floor and then step it on back. Downward facing dog. Inhale forward to your plank. Exhale, lower knees and chest, or maybe you do that full Chaturanga, where you lower as one unit, similar to a tricep push-up. Inhale, let's lift up baby cobra. And then exhale, tuck the toes. Down dog or child's pose. Whichever one you want to do. You can always switch it up. Just because you did down dog before doesn't mean you have to do it in the next round. So one more breath in your down dog or child's pose. Next one, you're gonna bend those knees on your inhale. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Inhale takes us up to standing. Our palms come together. And then we lower down. All right, so quick check-in. Everyone's doing okay? Thumbs up, we're warm. Okay, we're gonna go back through that sequence, but this time we're gonna try it without our knee on the floor. So we'll step back, but rather than dropping our knee to the floor, we're gonna try and stay in that high crescent lunge. So if you have a wall close by, that'd be a great prop to use to help with balance. So here we go, let's take it up, inhale, and exhale, float it down. But you can choose to come back to that low lunge if you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back, and exhale, lower. So here's our first one. Big step back with that right leg. Biggest step back you can do. Heel stays off the floor, arms come up, inhale, and exhale. So we're in this nice high lunge. We're gonna be adding a twist to it as well. Stay right here for now. And at any point it's a little too much, you just drop back down to this original version that we did. Let's bend those elbows down. We're gonna do this again. Inhale, lean forward, pull those elbows in. Keep your hips low, and then exhale, open up. Core is nice and strong. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Pull those elbows apart. Good job. Let's try it 1 more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Hold it right here. Stay right there. I'm just gonna face a different way for you all. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bring our hands to prayer. Now right here, I want you to lean forward slightly. I want everyone to lower their knee. We're gonna start down here and then we'll come back up to that lunge. I want you to twist over towards your front leg. So add a little twist here. The elbow does not have to anchor on your knee. Just add this little twist. And then when you feel ready, without moving your hips too much, I want you to lift that knee off the floor and come back to your lunge. Woo. Now if that's not working, you stay right down here. Keep twisting and looking over that left shoulder. So you're either in your low lunge or your high lunge. We're feeling a big stretch in those glute muscles, feeling them work. Let's try 1 more breath with this twist. Inhale, come back up, and then exhale, hands come down. Step it on back. Woo, good job, everybody. Inhale forward to your plank. Exhale, lower, Chaturanga. Any version of that you'd like to do. Inhale, lift, baby cobra, and then exhale, retuck the toes. Come on back to down dog or child's pose, and then we're gonna practice on the other side. Same thing. We'll go right into that. So next inhale, you're gonna bend your knees. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Find that forward fold. And then inhale takes us up to standing. We're gonna go right into this other side. So exhale, let it float down. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Press those heels into the floor and find your flat back, pulling your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. So biggest step back with your left foot this time. Remember that the further away it is from your front leg, the more challenging this is going to be. So you can always bring them closer together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold. So you're either ready for this high lunge with me or you're down here, okay? Your choice. Let's pull those elbows down like we're getting ready for that doorway stretch. And then inhale, we're gonna bring those elbows in while we're still in this lunge, and then exhale. And let's try it 2 more times. So little back bend, really good for a healthy spine. Just take your time here. All right, 1 more time. And exhale. Perfect. So let's bring our palms together. We're gonna lean forward again. Now, even if you can do this with your knee off the floor, I want everyone to lower their knee. So I want you to start from the ground up. Take an inhale and exhale, now twist towards your other side, the leg that's in front. Now again, you can anchor that elbow onto your knee or just do a little twist. It's gonna take a couple of breaths to really get into that twist. When and if you feel ready, simply lift that knee off the floor so you're back in that high lunge. And hold this here for a couple more breaths. Only do that if your hips are low. I want your hips low. Perfect, 2 more breaths. If you're not sure, you can take a look at my screen, see how low my hips are. Big lunge, and then inhale, come back, arms up. Woo, exhale, hands down, step it on back. Great job. Inhale to your plank. You can always just sit back and find child's pose too. Exhale, lower. You don't have to do this floor sequence every time with me, but you are more than welcome to join. All right, so down dog. Once you're done, down dog or child's pose, 2 more breaths. 2 breaths in one of those poses. And then I'll come check in. All right, next one, bend the knees, inhale, exhale, walk, hop, or jump. And then inhale takes us up, and then palms come together, exhale, lower down. Everyone good? We're gonna add a couple more twists, okay? So we're gonna do a very similar thing. We're gonna add now chair pose this time, and add that twist that you typically see in your chair pose. And then we'll go right into our lunge, okay? So good time to take a sip of water, sip of coffee, type in your site name in the chat box if you haven't already. Hope you all are feeling nice and warm. And it's great to see everyone. Bill, how you doing out there? Thumbs up. He's blowing away, look at him. Oh, we're gonna be pressing tree pose too, so hopefully you don't get blown away. All right, let's keep this heat building. Inhale, take it up, and exhale, take it down. Halfway lift, inhale, nice flat back. Starting to feel a little bit looser, hopefully as we go. And then exhale. Keep your feet together, knees together, drop those hips, inhale, send the arms up, exhale, chair pose. So we're gonna feel a nice burn in those legs. Options for the arms, goal post, a little bit easier on the shoulders, or even prayer. I'm gonna be right here in prayer. We'll all get here in just a moment. But really imagine that there is a chair underneath you. Hips down, but your chest is up, right? So you don't want that chest to fall. Chest up. Make your legs do all the work. Now everyone bring those hands together. A little bit of a breather. Stand up. So you come out of that just for a second. Inhale, and then exhale, twist over to the right. Find your chair and then your twist. So a couple things to look for here. Look down at your knees. Is one going past the other? Adjust it. Adjust it with your hips. Can you see your toes? If not, sit back a little bit more. Can you wiggle your toes? If not, sit back a little bit more. You should be able to do all these things. And your knees should be in a nice line. Keep twisting. If you want, maybe you extend those arms and open them up. If you have that flexibility and range of motion, this is just an option. This is tricky. Twist our hearts. You can stay right here in prayer with me. One more breath where you're at. You got this. And then inhale, let's come back up. Lift that right leg up. Let's get into that balance right away. Bring that right knee up, inhale. And then guess what we're going into? Into that lunge. Exhale, take it back. Into your high lunge. Arms up, inhale. Palms come together. Exhale. So we're back in this high lunge. Inhale, we're gonna lean forward. Now we're gonna twist to the other side. You can lower your knee or stay here for that challenge. Twist over to your left, whatever leg is in front. Just like we did in that chair. Ooh, hold that there. I'm just gonna show you from a couple different angles. And again, you could maybe take that elbow to your knee if you have that range. If you don't, just stay right here. Couple more breaths. Same thing if you want to extend those arms and open up, you're more than welcome to. On this side, I cannot, so I'm going to stay right here. Okay, biggest challenge on your next breath, step your back foot to meet your front foot. Stay in your twist. Woo, now we're twisting in our chair in the other direction, right? Stay right here. We've moved to the other side. Hold it for one more breath. Come back to that lunge. Oh my gosh, that part's really tricky. Come back to the center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, down and step back. Great job, everybody. Down dog. Inhale forward to your plank. Exhale, knees and chest. Or find a child's pose and hang up there. Finish the sequence. Inhale and exhale. Down dog or child's pose. Same thing on the other side. So we saw how we kind of connected those and came back to that chair. We'll put it all together in a nice little sequence. So one more breath in your down dog or child's pose. And the next one, we're gonna bend the knees. Inhale, exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. We'll go right into the other side. So inhale, arms take us up to standing. And then exhale, we let it go. Lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Push those heels into the floor. And then exhale. Get ready for that chair. Feet together, knees together. Drop the hips as you inhale. Arms sweep up, exhale. Find your chair. So remember, our core is still working. You want to tuck those hips under a little bit. Maybe cactus, maybe prayer, up to you. Take a few breaths. Hold that chair. Get ready for those legs to burn, because what we do on one side, we have to do on the other. Beautiful. All right, let's take your breath. Bring those palms together as we inhale. We're gonna stand up just for a second and then exhale. Drop back and twist to the left. Other side from what we did in our first chair. Remember those checks. Look down at your knees. Make sure you don't have one going past the other. Make sure you can see your toes. Make sure you can wiggle your toes. Hold this here. Remember, we're here for a couple breaths. In order to grow, we have to kind of sit in that uncomfortableness, right? Until it becomes comfortable. Give it a couple breaths. You got this. Challenging our bodies, pushing a little bit harder. If you'd like, extend those arms. Remember, you don't want this to feel painful, so you don't want to push into a pose. If you're feeling good, try that little extra. All right, one more breath. And we're gonna go ahead and inhale, come back up to the center. Now this time that left leg lifts up, right? Hold it there for just a breath, little balance. Inhale, and you're gonna take a huge step back into that lunge. Exhale, big step back into your lunge. Arms reach up, inhale, back to prayer. Exhale, hands come together. We're gonna go right into that twist on the other side. So inhale, lean forward slightly. Remember that flat back, hips are low, and exhale, twist. Remember all of those options, right? So you could lower to your knee. You could open up those arms. Maybe make it a little bit harder, right? Keep breathing. And then we're filling those legs. Push into that back heel. Keep that back leg nice and straight. One more breath, then we step it together. Stay in your twist, inhale. Exhale, step that foot to meet your front foot. You're in chair. Hold this here. One more breath. And then inhale, step it right back to your lunge. Come to the center, arms up. Woo. Exhale, take it down and step it on back. Great job, everyone. Inhale forward to your plank. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga, keep those elbows close. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down dog or child's pose. 2 breaths. We're gonna get a little bit more into some balance here. One more breath. And the next one, you're gonna bend those knees. Inhale, exhale, walk, hop or jump, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up, nice and tall, our palms come together, and we lower. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna repeat the sequence. We're gonna add in a balance, okay? So now we practice warrior 3 a lot, and we did a little bit of half moon last time. So we're gonna do that as well. We're gonna go through all those twists again. So after we come back here, all right, we're gonna take a step back and open up into warrior 3. So you're gonna feel this a little more in your glutes, not so much centered in the quads. Again, if you have that wall, I encourage you to use it. I don't want you to reach for something on the floor, all right? Because that's just gonna have you go like this. So I want something high, maybe a foam roller. The bench, maybe a bench like that. Height is okay, but nothing lower. All right, here we go. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, take it down. A desk also works. Inhale, halfway lift. I'm gonna go a little bit faster too, because we know what's coming. Exhale, get ready for chair. Toes and knees, drop the hips, arms up, inhale, and exhale, hold chair pose. Remember, lots of different ways for those arms to be. Bring your hands to prayer. Inhale, stand up, and exhale back to chair and twist to the right. Remember, hips stay low. Hold that there. Couple of breaths, beautiful. Maybe you open up those arms. Maybe you stay right here. One more breath. Inhale, nice and tall. Bring that right foot up. And then exhale, big step back to high lunge. Arms come up, big deep breath, inhale. Palms come together, exhale. Lean forward, and now we twist to the other side. Try to keep your hips low and try to stay in that high lunge. Reach and twist. Watch that front knee. And then inhale, step that foot in. Stay in your twist, stay in your chair. Exhale, hold. One more breath with this twist. Inhale, back to your lunge. Hands come back to the center. And now exhale, I want you to push off your back foot and come into a balance. And now we're in our warrior 3. So it doesn't matter how high the leg gets. I just want you to keep your back nice and flat. Hands in prayer. Pulling those shoulder blades together. This is why we practice that flat back. We're doing it right here. Flex that heel. We're gonna hang on here for a couple breaths. So try to keep your back leg super straight. Doesn't matter how high it is, but I want your back leg straight. Use the wall, right? If you're ready, because we'll practice this again, but if you want to try half moon, I want you to point your toe, open up your hips and stack them on top of one another, as if you're doing a side plank. Extend your top arm, bottom arm reaches down. So that's just optional, it's a lot harder. 2 more breaths in your balance. Tuck those hips, remember the core. Beautiful, good, Regina. And then inhale, you're gonna take a big step back to that lunge. Woo! Arms up, exhale. Let's go to three-legged dog. So inhale, kick that left leg up as high as you can, keeping your hip bones facing the ceiling. Exhale, pull your knee into your chest and hold this right here for 4, 3, look ahead, 2, and 1. One more time, inhale, kick it up. Now we're getting that core and arms. Exhale, bring that knee to your chest and hold it here for 4, 3, a little closer, 2, and 1. Inhale, kick it back up, and exhale, lower. Go for your sequence here, your plank, your chaturanga, or just catch your breath in a child's pose. Whatever you'd like. Hold that there. So I snuck in that little extra layer just to get our core and our upper body working a little bit harder. It's essentially a plank with one knee into your chest. All right, inhale, you're gonna bend those knees. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. We're gonna go right into the other side. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, float it down. All the way down. Inhale, halfway flat back. This is how you should look in your warrior 3 pose. Nice flat back. And then exhale. Toes and knees together, drop the hips. Inhale, arms up, and then hold for chair. Remember, same sequence, a tiny bit faster. Maybe you're getting a little bit deeper into each pose. Deep breaths. Bring your palms together, stand up for a moment. Inhale, exhale, sit right back and twist over your left shoulder this time. With every exhale, you find a little more space for your twist. Look at your knees, look at your toes. Hips are down, but chest is up. Maybe those arms open. Maybe they don't. Keep breathing. Woo, feeling that heat. And then inhale, stand up. Bring that left knee up. Balance. Nice and tall. Inhale, big step back. Exhale, high lunge. Arms up, palms come together. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, twist to the other side. If it helps, you can anchor that elbow to your knee, but you do want to make sure that your knee stays nice and straight. Hold this here. Press through that back heel. Keep your hips low. Maybe you open those arms. 2 more breaths here. Woo! Great job, everyone. And then inhale, step that back foot to meet your front. Exhale, hold. Drop those hips. Inhale, step right back. And then exhale, come to the front. We're back to the lunge. Inhale forward, exhale, push off the floor to come into your balance on the other side. And if you fell out of it, get back into it. We're just practicing, right? We're all practicing together. So I'm using my wall here. Remember, back leg straight. I want you to imagine you're pushing into a wall. If you want to practice that half moon, you can stack those hips. It always helps me to point my tail. It feels like I'm lifting it up a little bit higher. But you open your hips, you stack them, top arm up, bottom arm down. So wherever you are at, hold that for 2 more breaths. Squeeze your glutes. Imagine you're holding a plank. That's how your core and abs should feel. All right, step it back to that lunge. Woo, inhale, exhale. Here's your final challenge here. 3-legged dog. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, knee to chest. Optional, you can drop that back knee. Hold it here for 4, 3, as close as you can to your chest. 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, pull in, hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up, exhale down. So I'm just gonna take a breather in my child's pose. You can go through your sequence again. Maybe add an extra push-up, whatever you'd like. And then you're gonna find a down dog or a child's pose. We're not done yet. I'm just taking the child's pose. All right, next one, you're gonna bend those knees. We're almost done. Inhale, exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Inhale takes us up to standing. Palms come together, and we lower. Perfect. Okay, so I mentioned tree pose. We're gonna practice that and then go right into warrior three one more time. All right, so I want you to stay facing in a way so that when we go right from tree, what we're gonna do is pull that knee in and then go right into our balance. So you can face me, just make sure you have room behind you, okay? We're gonna first practice balancing on our left foot. So for tree, I want you to take your hands on your hips, open up your right hip first. Bring your heel down to your ankle, and this is how we start. So you wanna imagine a piece of string lifting up nice and tall in your tree. And then when you're ready for a little bit of balance, take your foot off the floor and actually place it on your shin here or your ankle. And your standing leg is always slightly bent. Now we can bring our hands to prayer, so we center all of our focus in the middle part of the body. If you want a little more, slide it up anywhere except for on your knee joint. You're focusing on one thing in front of you. Nice and tall here. If you want a little more, you can extend your branches. Shoulders away from your ears. And then if you're where Bill is and it's really windy, go ahead and move those branches. Maybe move your body a little bit, right? Without breaking form. Okay, we're gonna get ready for a warrior three. So let's go ahead and bring those hands back to prayer. What I want you to do is bring that knee in towards the center. Go ahead and take it off your foot. Bring your knee straight up, flex your foot, and then we're gonna hinge forward and kick it straight back. And we're just gonna hold it. Look at that. I'm just gonna turn here, but hold your warrior three. One last chance to practice your half moon. I know our standing leg is feeling this for sure. Flat back leg nice and straight. Let me see it. 2 more breaths, and then we'll do a quick stretch and switch. 1 more breath. You got it, Regina. Nice, Joanne. Lift that back leg a little higher. Beautiful. All right, you can go ahead and lower that foot to meet your other foot. We're gonna bend those knees. Woo! Stretch it out. Circle the ankle and the toe. Other side, we are almost done. Other side, roll the shoulders. Hands on those hips. Open up from your hip. Start right here. Nice and tall. Standing legs slightly bent. When you're ready, lift it off the floor. You can keep it anywhere below your knee or anywhere above, just not on that knee joint. And it's okay if one side feels a little weaker than the other. That's perfectly normal. It's happening to me right now. Focus on one thing in front of you. Tuck those hips, right? Nice and tall. Hands in prayer, chest up, shoulders down. Then maybe you're ready to extend those branches. Think of lifting up and away from the mat. If there's wind, they're going all over the place, right? Stay here. Nice and tall. Woo, and bring those hands back to prayer. Stay focused. Take your foot away from the other leg. Turn that knee in. Knee up to your chest. I want you to flex your foot. Inhale and then exhale. Press it right back into your warrior three. Hinge forward and then extend that leg. Nice straight leg. And then maybe you open those hips. Open up to that half moon. Couple of breaths. This is your last thing that we're doing here. Last thing of work. Find that wall. Find that table. Beautiful. Nice, Bill. It's like he's flying. Perfect. Good job, Mindy, BB, Catherine, Darnetta. Looking good. And then go ahead and take that foot down and make the other one. Woo, shake it out. Bending and straightening those legs. Circle the ankles here. Great job, everyone. Let's take it down to the stretch. Take it on down. We're gonna find a tabletop first. All right, so just make sure you have nice support for your knees. We'll just do 2 stretches here and the rest on our back. So tabletop, we're gonna find that cat-cow. Inhale, you drop the belly, you lift the chest, and then exhale, tuck the chin around the spine. And let's do it again. So we did a lot of strength work, a lot of holding poses. So hopefully you feel a little bit of that muscle burn throughout the rest of the day. And hopefully it keeps you nice and warm. But we are gonna take it down a notch with our stretches here. Let's find a nice child's pose. Knees wide, hips back. Walk those hands to the top of your mat and allow that head to fall in between your arms. Feel free to shift your weight from side to side here. Maybe relax on your forearms and just move from side to side. And then walk those hands back up as you inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna swing those legs around and come down onto our back, the best part. So very slowly make your way down. And once you're there, give yourself a nice hug. Gently rocking side to side. Wiggle your toes and circle your ankles. Create circles here with your legs. Nice and easy. Change the direction of those circles. Ooh, this feels good. Little massage for that back and spine. Giving your body a little bit of a break for all the hard work that it just did. And let's bring those feet down into the floor. We're gonna come into a bridge. Your feet are about hip distance. Your arms are down by your side. Inhale here to prepare, and then exhale, slowly lift those hips up. Inhale, we lower down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Exhale, come back up. See a little stretch for those hip flexors. One more little exercise for our low back. And we'll do one more. Lift up. Feel free to hold this here for a couple extra breaths. One more breath here. Inhale, slowly take it down. I want you to windshield wiper those legs, dropping them from side to side. We're gonna get ready for a nice spinal twist here in just a moment. So let's start by extending our legs straight out. Arms overhead, you're gonna take a nice inhale, lengthen your body. Exhale, you're gonna start with that right knee into your chest. Keep that left leg long, pull that knee in, keep your back flat. Open it out to the side, keeping both hips on the floor. Feel that stretch in the inner thighs. And then gently take it across the body. Other hand takes over, and here comes the spinal twist. Gently bring it across, extend that right arm, and now look over the opposite shoulder for the fullest twist. Feel free to extend and straighten out that leg, maybe pressing through. That heel gives you a little further stretch. And very, very slowly come back to the center. Be mindful of your back. Straighten that leg back out. Arms back overhead, inhale. Same thing, exhale, left knee into your chest. Hold it here for a second. Open it out to the side, external rotation. Make sure both hip bones are flat on the mat when you do this. And let's pull it across the body. Other hand takes over, reach it across as we extend that opposite arm, looking over that shoulder now. Feel free to extend that leg. Stay here with me. And then slowly, slowly bring it back to the center. And we'll finish with happy baby. So one more for the spine and the hips here. So you're gonna bring those knees in, reach for your feet, your toes, extend those legs up and out. Feel free to rock side to side, or maybe even find a straddle here. If you have that range of motion to do so. If it's too much for your neck, you can just lower those feet and do a butterfly stretch. All right. You're going to finish with your final favorite stretch, maybe one we didn't get to today. And after that stretch, you're just going to close your eyes, find any kind of relaxing position for just a couple of moments. So your favorite stretch or inversion, and then a relaxing position, eyes closed. Just for a couple moments as we end class. Whatever is comfortable for you. Maybe you hang out in that favorite stretch or that inversion. Just for a few more moments. You don't want to let that heat go away from our body, but maybe just setting an intention for the rest of the day, how you want the rest of your day to look. And then slowly starting to circle your wrists and your ankles wherever you're at. Keep your eyes closed. Extend your legs straight out, arms overhead. On your next exhale, you're going to squeeze every muscle in your body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale, let it go. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale, let it go. Slowly start to bend those knees, placing your feet onto the floor. You're gonna make your way over to your side. And then when you're ready, gently pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Maybe a couple shoulder rolls once we get to the top. A little gentle twist over the right and left shoulders. And then once we're all together, we'll take those arms up, big inhale. Palms come together as we exhale, lower them down. And as always, just thanking yourself, expressing gratitude for making the time for you this morning. And joining one another in this practice, in this workout, in this time for just you. And we'll open our eyes and we'll say namaste to one another. And thank you all so much for coming. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better than when you started. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday and a wonderful weekend.
Thanks.